Dear students, we have studied simple applications of equilibrium equations in the previous class. I am revising in a minute it again. We have seen the applications a ladder incline and resting on a wall, then roof truss, derrick crane, wall crane, tripod, and balancing of masses such as rotating and reciprocating, etc. Among these, we have seen that these are the our common day-to-day life. We interact with the ladder resting on a wall, incline and resting on wall. Then roof truss. Also, you may be familiar that triangular supporting portion of the roof, such as our workshop. You must have seen. So roof truss, we have separate module for that, solving the truss problems. Then derrick cranes and wall crane, different types of cranes. Often we encounter in the civil engineering related problem. Tripod, in our daily to daily life we use for the placing of our camera, and balancing of masses, rotating and reciprocating masses, it comes under the mechanical engineering subject. So like that, combinedly for civil and mechanical, we have the applications of this equilibrium equations. In the previous class, we have seen also the statement of Lami's theorem. It is applied for the coplanar forces. We have already seen the forces system. And as per the statement, if three coplanar forces acting at a point are in equilibrium, then each force is proportional to the sine of angle between the other two. This one we have seen, and mathematically we can write it like this, that P upon sine beta is equal to Q upon sine gamma is equal to R upon sine alpha, where P, Q and R, all these three concurrent forces, coplanar forces, and alpha, beta and gamma are the respective angle in between these planes. So let us see in today's class the application of this Lami's theorem for solving the problems. So this is a simple problem we have already solved in the class. Those who have missed, they can just go through it. So a string PQRS attached to a fixed points P and S has two equal weights of 1000 Newton attached to it at Q and R. The weights rest on the portions of PQ and RS incline at angles as shown in figure. So find the tensions in portions PQ, QR and RS of the string. So by observing the diagram, we can see that here there are two joints which connects the three of the strings that are under tension. So for these two of the joints, joint Q and joint R, we can apply the Lami's theorem. Before that, while solving every problem, we need to engineering problem, we need to draw its free body diagram, and we have seen the steps that how the free body diagram is drawn. So let us try to draw the free body diagram for this joint Q and R. For joint Q, we can see that there are three different forces acting. This is also one of the force P, where this tip you can see that arrow mark will be there at the tip, and then from 1000 Newton force moving downward direction, and the 120 Newton, 120 at 120 degree, it is making the angle with the vertical. So let us try to calculate the other angles as well. So here, while calculating these angles, simple trigonometry we have to apply. We can see here that this is the angle given with the vertical at P is 30 degree. So obviously this angle will be 180 minus 30, because these two parallel lines are there and these are the two internal angles. So their summation will be 180 degree. Hence this angle will be 150 degree, this angle. Similarly, this angle, if this one is 120 degree red colored, already given in the problem, and this one is 30 degree. So two vertical lines have opposite angle 30 degree. So this particular angle will be also the 30 degree. You can see this one. This will be also equal to 30 degree. So total 30 plus 120, it makes the 150 degree. Also this one particular angle already we have seen that it is 150 degree, and total summation will be 360 degree. So angle at Q, we can easily take it out, 150 plus 150. By deducting it with 360, we get the angle 60 degree. So once we have calculated the angles, it is very easy to apply the Lami's theorem and to calculate the tension of the chords PQ and QR. Before doing that, let us see the other angle calculation for the other node at R. As we can see here, this angle at point S is given 60 degree. So remaining angle at R, internal angle again, it will be 120 degree. And similarly, this angle is 120 degree. So again, another angle this side, it is making as 120 degree. How we can get that angle? That we can divide this, we can put a vertical line here, right? And we can see that if we put a vertical line here, this particular angle will be 60 degree, right? Since both of these are opposite angle, right? So this will be 60 degree, and the remaining one angle that we can get again as 60 degree. How? That this total angle is 180 degree. So 180 minus 120, so remaining one is 60. So in this way, we get the all the angles as 120 120 simultaneously. If we are not getting this particular angle beforehand, then this two, after calculating these two angles, we can get this 60 plus 60 120, and 120 plus 120 240, and we can deduct this particular angle from 360 to get angle 120. In this way, once we calculate all the angles, we can easily apply the Lami's theorem to that, and we can find out the forces. For that, we can write down the equations here, that uh, PQ upon tension in PQ upon sine of the angle 60, isn't it? Similarly, we can apply the formula such as tension in the chord PQ upon angle opposite angle 60, sine of angle 60. Similarly, tension in the chord QR and sine of angle 150. Similarly, the 1000 Newton and opposite angle is sine of 150. In this way, we can apply the Lami's theorem and we can calculate the tension in the string. Once we have calculated the tension in the string QR, and this one is 1000 is already known, then we can easily apply Lami's theorem for this node R, and we can calculate the tension in string RS. So in this way, after calculation, we got the answers. Tension in chord PQ is equal to 1732 Newton. Tension in chord QR is equal to 1000 Newton, and tension in chord RS is equal to 1000 Newton. This you can easily do the calculations yourself, and you can find out. Similarly, next problem we have seen that a ball weighing 30 Newton hangs from a point C by two strings AC and BC, and we have to find out the tension in the strings AC and BC. For that, this problem also we have drawn the free body diagram, and we have seen that the angles are coming such as 150, 75 and 135. Let us see it quickly how it is coming. If we put a line, straight line here, we get a triangle, and this angle is 90 degree, right angle triangle. So deducting this 45 degree from the 90 degree, we get again 45 degree for this triangle. And since these two are the parallel lines, so this angle is also 60 degree we get. So from the deducting this the summation of these two angles from 180, we can get this angle 75. So we have already obtained this as 75. Similarly, we can get another angle. We can see this is given 45 degree. So this angle is again internal angle, this particular angle from the for the two parallel lines. So we can find out the this angle as 135, and the remaining one easily we can sum up with the two angles 135 75, and we can deduct it from 135 to get the uh, particular remaining angle at C. So in this way, once we calculated the angle, the remaining task is easy. We can directly apply the formula and we can get the tension. You can get the answer by doing the calculations yourself. Then in the last we have seen one of the gate problem from gate 2003, that a simple problem. If point A is in equilibrium under the action of applied forces, the values of tensions at AB and tension at AC are respectively. We have to find out the answer from these four options, and the problem is simple in the sense that only one node is there, and we can apply the Lami's theorem by calculating the angles. Again, here calculation of the angle, we can see that this particular angle we can deduct it from 180 because this is the horizontal line. So this angle, particular angle, will come as 90 degree. It is obvious that 60 plus 30, so this one will be 90 degree. So once we get the one of the angle, we can again sum up this angle 290, so this will be 120, right? And the remaining one is again we can add to 90 degree plus 60, so that will be 150 degree. So in this way, once we have calculated all the angles, we can easily apply Lami's theorem and we can get the correct answer by applying the formula, and we get the answer as 120 Newton and 30 Newton respectively, tension in the string AB and AC. Now moving to the next problem, we have been given this problem as an assignment. You can cross-check the answer by calculating by both the method, resolution of forces and Lami's theorem. To ease your we can easily calculate the angles, right? So the angles are coming as 175, 65 and 120 degree by applying the simple basic trigonometry, and you can easily apply Lami's theorem in one step, and you can cross check the answer by the resolution of forces. Next topic we have for our syllabus is moment and couple. It is again very useful topic and have a wide range of applications. Moment and couple. Couple, you must have encountered this term in your preschooling, sorry, in your classes 11 and 12. So a couple, what is the definition of couple? A pair of two equal and opposite forces with line of action parallel to each other is known as couple. For example, in our daily to daily life, we often lock or unlock the lock by using the key. So while locking or unlocking, we need to apply the force, and that force is equal and opposite. We need it, then only it locks or unlocks. So that force forms a couple. Similarly, pushing and turning action associated with the tightening of a screw, that also requires turning and pushing by using a wrench. So it also illustrates a couple. So these are the beautiful example in our day-to-day life for the couple. And next to that moment of a couple. Moment, you must have studied that the meaning of moment, it is a force multiplied by the perpendicular distance from that force. So suppose we are taking moment about a point, any point at from a particular distance A, perpendicular distance from that force. So that force into that perpendicular distance, it forms the, it gives the moment of that particular force or a couple. So here P is equal to the magnitude of a force and A is equal to arm of a couple. Same applies for the moment of any kind of force. So instead of couple, if we take any one of the force P, and we multiply the perpendicular distance from that particular point, then we get the moment of that particular force. So let us see the classification of couple. So couple has been classified as clockwise couple and anti-clockwise couple. As the name indicates, the clockwise couple gives the clockwise motion, tilting motion to that particular couple, and for anti-clockwise couple, it gives the anti-clockwise motion, tilting motion to that couple. Application of movements, again very beautiful applications to locate the resultant of the force. We have seen the system of forces, and there we have seen that how to locate a particular force in terms of magnitude as well as direction. So far we have seen only the concurrent forces. The location of the resultant was originating from that common point itself. But when we go further and solve the problem related to the different reactions of beams and types of beams, then there we need to locate the particular resultant on that particular beam. So there we can apply the moment and we can find out the location of the resulting force. Similarly, levers, we have seen that how the applications of levers are used to lift the large loads. So in that, for position of the resultant forces, first of all, we have to find out the magnitude and direction of the resultant force by the method of resolution. And then we can equate the moment of the resultant force with the algebraic sum of the moments of the given system of forces at that point. For this particular, I would like you to recall our second class where we have seen the equilibrium conditions. There we have seen that summation of all the forces in x direction should be equal to 0. Summation of all the forces in y direction is equal to 0. And similarly, we have seen that summation of bending moment is equal to 0. So this is the moment which we utilize to find out the resultant by using the conditions of equilibrium. Then coming to the last topic for this today's class, we have the Varignon's principle of moments, or it is also called as law of moments. It is very useful law of moments. So let us see the statement. If a number of coplanar forces are acting simultaneously on a particle, then algebraic sum of moments of all the forces about any points is equal to the moment of their resultant about the same point. Mathematically, we can write down that R into bracket F1 plus F2 plus F3 plus all the forces is equal to the R into F1 plus R into F2 plus R into F3. Here, what is R? R is the perpendicular distance from that particular point. So this is the Varignon principle of moments, which we will use for locating the resultant. So this is for today's class. In the next class, we will see the ladder friction and its application. Till then, take care and goodbye.